It's the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey and the crew.
Wake that ass up. It's the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. Sean Garvey, DJ Rollum, Dynasty Smith, and Diamond Love in the studio. Not yet, though. It's the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast on BeatBreakRadioFM.com, simulcasting on the Thinking Out Loud Network.com. We are coming to you live once again from WadeWorksStudios in the beautiful city of the ATL. I go by the name of Sean Garvey. Make sure you follow me on all your social media at Beat Break Radio. But if you want to follow me personally, you can follow me on Facebook, Sean Garvey, Twitter, Instagram, Sean Garvey, ATL. For the first time ever in a long time, I'm starting the show off by myself until DJ Rollum and Dynasty gets here in the studio. We got so much to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, coming to you from the WadeWorksStudios. Got to let you all know that if you are in need of a studio to host and record your podcast, make sure you go to WadeWorksStudios. That's WadeWorksStudios in the ATL. We're going to give you information on how you can get your face in the place and get your podcast started, podcast produced. For more information, you can stay tuned to the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast, and learn more information on how you can get your show produced and hosted here at WadeWorksStudios. The show is also brought to you by BV Mobile Apps. Go to bvmobileapps.com and get your app customized today. bvmobileapps.com. Also, shout out to Precise Take Action Music Incorporated. You can download the Precise Music app from the Amazon and Play Store. That's right. Take Action Music Incorporated. Download that app today. All right. Guess who joined me in the studio? Finally, DJ Rollum. You gotta get his mic turned up. Hustle.
Yes.
That's what you've been doing, I see.
Yeah.
The shirt speaks for itself.
The shirt speaks for itself. Yes.
Yeah.
Hustling. Yes.
Yeah.
Woo.
I hear that. Gotta hustle.
Man.
Always gotta hustle.
All day, every day.
Yeah. Also joining with us is the lovely and talented Dynasty Smith in the building.
What's up? Good morning.
What's going?
How you
Good
doing?
morning. How you doing? Hey, you've been. Oh, we got to talk about your event coming up.
Yes.
On you got a viral
Live
stream virtual situation coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah.
But you've been getting it.
Yeah.
You've been getting it, hustling like DJ Rollum.
Mm-hmm. She should be wearing a shirt too, then, right?
Yes, I should be. Yeah, actually, I'm working with an entertainment company called Natural Born Hustlers.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's on the bracelet here.
Oh, what's up?
Natural Born Hustlers.
Natural born hustlers.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, we all are
That's what
natural
we
born.
Natural
Yeah,
born
we are
hustlers.
natural
That's what
born
we are.
hustlers.
Hey, that's the
I
thing to be.
love how you all just came in the studio at the same damn time. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you all been hustling. We all been hustling.
Perfect
Man.
timing.
Woo. She got her live event you're going to discuss. I got an event. I mean, someone searched throughout the Facebook to find me.
Nice.
I like, whoa, that's what's up.
Yeah,
No mutual friend, nothing.
That's you. You can have
thank
it.
you, thank you.
Yeah.
No mutual friend. I'm like, I heard about you. I heard about your style. I need to have you for an event. I said, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It almost sounded like somebody was trying to ask you out on a date.
No.
I'm glad we got to for an event. You know, I was a little concerned about where that was going.
I know.
right? So
That's why I said I thought it was somebody was about to ask you out on a date.
No. Speaking of that this morning.
Yeah, speaking of which.
I had a talk with my girl this morning.
Uh-oh.
And she says, you need to be careful because even though I know what you're trying to do, other folks are looking at it at a different way. So I have to be careful on how I say and post
Do I
things.
need to put that in my DM? Do I need to put that on the DM so as a topic of conversation? You need to be mindful.
Yeah.
While we're
learned-
communicating
I learned that 5 years
in
ago.
the business
so
arena.
just,
But I tell you, people still don't get it.
Man, I'm like,
It could be misleading.
ladies, you don't have a chance. You don't, okay? I'm sorry. DJ Roland is taking forever. I'm just letting you know.
Go on, tell them.
All right, just letting you know.
yeah, you just probably need.
Represent for your woman.
You probably just
Right.
need. I mean, it's hard because we're in the business, and sometimes you just be like, man, I just need a social media detox.
Nah, I don't need all that. I don't need
No,
that.
I'm saying it's
I
good.
understand what you're saying.
Shout out to Sharia because she's known for taking a social media detox.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She does do that.
Really?
Yes.
Like,
That's-
just don't do anything for, like, how long?
It could be days, weeks, 2 months. It all depends.
How long she did it? Like, I know it was weeks or months, because I know it was more than days. It was weeks or months for her.
It all
I
depends.
don't know if I could do that because, they want you to stay relevant, I mean, sometimes I take a break, but not a total break. Probably not days. Maybe.
I just calmed down with me.
Yeah,
When
I think if I have something, I think that is post worthy,
Yeah.
especially me being an artist, then I may do something.
Right.
But it's kind of sporadic. Like you kind of don't want to do overkill anyway because
Right.
you don't want people like, oh my gosh, she's always posting everything, So you gotta be careful about that too because there is a such thing as overkill, which a lot of people do that.
Yeah, they get overzealous on social media a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you just gotta let people do them.
Yeah.
People gonna do what they want to do.
That's what it's there for. They gonna
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, speaking of date, we got a lot to cover.
man.
We got a
Lord.
lot to cover. I know you two were not in the studio except me and G behind the board. We had a very interesting time a couple of weeks ago here in the studio.
Wow.
I think I heard from G.
I heard.
You heard it through the grapevine.
Yeah. But guess what? Before you get into that,
Okay.
people are still hitting me up about it.
About the blind date edition of the
Yeah, they
Beat Break
want to
Morning
be
Show.
part of it. Yes.
Oh wow, that's interesting. So I guess you gotta do it again, huh?
Yeah. We in talks of
We're
doing
doing
it again.
round 2 then, right?
Round two
Round two.
for the particular situation.
For the dating thing.
I won't consider it a round two.
Okay.
It's only a round two if that person
same person.
it's the same person, right?
Okay, all right. A part 2.
A part two. We can go with that.
Part 2.
But technically, it's a part 3.
A part 3.
Yeah, because you remember I told the story in the podcast
Right.
about the date. The date story that we set up for DJ Rollum a few years ago.
Yeah.
It was between you and Caesar Mason.
I can't remember, man. I can't.
Caesar Mason. That
Yeah.
was the guy you was that was
yeah.
the guy you was competing against.
Yeah, right.
This
yeah.
is before. Then just a disclaimer. This is before DJ Rollum was booed up or is booed up.
Booed up. Okay.
This is before. Okay. Shout out to Tanya.
Right. Thank you for shouting her out. Yeah.
This is years time. This is years before.
Right.
But yeah, this is a part 3 for the Beat Break
Part
Morning
3,
Show.
okay,
This could be a part 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So we gotta work some things out behind the scenes. So
Gotcha.
we're gonna dive into that in just a few moments on the Beat Break Morning Show, plus the Hot 4-1 Wire. And we're gonna try to see if we can get Diamond Love on the phone line. If
Okay.
she's not still in the bed sleeping.
So I got them PJs on, really, literally.
Hey, she put it out there on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my thing is,
Shout out to TikTok.
Are you sleeping like what's her name from Different World?
Which one? Whitney?
Whitney.
Okay.
Does she have the
with
face mask on?
The blindfold.
The blindfold and all that stuff. Yeah,
I
the
bet you
blindfold.
it's pink.
No, it's going to be green and pink because she represents AKA.
Oh, yeah,
Black
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
AKA
Yeah.
Crazy. Shouts out to Miss Kamala Harris, so yeah.
Oh, yeah.
VP,
Kamala Camilla. That's how I'm gonna start calling
Kamala.
her.
I'll call her Kamala.
I'm calling her Kamala Camilla.
Kamala Camilla.
Kamala
Camilla.
That's my nickname to her because people get her name messed up all the time. Is it Kamala or is it Camilla? Which one is it?
I say Kamala.
What do you say, Dynasty? She's in her Dynasty DMs
some
right now.
people say Kamala. I was trying to.
Kamala?
So I'm not really sure if it's Kamala. I've heard Kamala and Kamala. So
Yeah.
it's Kamala.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. I've heard Kamala and Kamala. So I'm just not sure what is the correct spelling. I mean,
Correct pronunciation. Right.
Yeah. Kamala?
I don't know.
Yeah. Tomato. Yeah.
Just win. That's it.
I always tend to ask, if I was speaking to her, I always tend to ask people, how do I correctly say your name? Because I don't want to say your name wrong.
Like they mess up my name. They always mess up DJ Roland. Roland, whatever. I'm like,
Really?
yes, they do.
Even after looking at how it's spelled?
Uh-huh.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, they people still mess up my last name to this very day. Like my actual real last name is Garvin, not Garvey, because Garvey is my stage name. But Garvin, people say Gavin instead of
Gavin.
Garvin. Yes, like there's an L in my last name. No, it's not. It's Garvin,
I'm like,
not Gavin. Garvin.
How did you get that one?
And I was like, what school did you go to?
Yeah. Floyd County.
Do not say Fulton County. Because I went to school out there in Fulton County. You're going to say,
right.
I thought you were going to say something like Gwinnett or something. No, Gwinnett
hey.
no, not
They don't
Gwinnett.
know which way to go, virtual or in school. Keep changing people's minds and like, huh? What do I do?
Yeah, man. Also, rideshare confessions. We haven't done that in a while.
Man, whew.
Rideshare confessions, man. I guess we can't. We only got no choice but to say something good about Uber and Lyft. Even though I did come across an article, everybody is aware about it by now. What's happening in California? Lyft and Uber being cracked down in California.
I thought it was New York.
I read somewhere that it was on the West Coast.
On the West Coast?
in
Okay.
California. Yeah. About to pull this story up right now. So we're going to talk about that in our rideshare confessions. And also, I mentioned the Hot 411 Wire. We got some Hot 411 Wire news coming up. And yes,
I was going to say, when you're speaking of rideshare confession, I possibly have one I just thought about. It was indirectly, and I heard it from someone that I know, and it happened.
Okay.
So that was unique. So
Awesome. Okay. And Dynasty DMs.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have a Dynasty DM?
I always have a DM.
You always have a DM. I bet.
I have several, yeah. And we're doing Dynasty DM Extended now.
Yeah, I saw it on social media. Okay.
Next month. So yeah, I
So we
always
got
have DMs, yeah.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah. I'm probably overloaded on DMs right about now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you. Them DMs be blowing up. All right, man. So we got all that and more right here on the Beat Break Morning Show. Who do we got on the check-in? And I left my glasses. at home. Let me see who we got on the check-in on
Don't
Facebook.
even ask me. My glasses are not good for a lot of things. So what did Dynasty even see? What can she see?
Mine is on there. My little chat thing is on there.
Oh, Ray Thompson.
Ray.
Right. Shout out to Ray.
Shout out to Ray. Hey,
All right, Ray. All right, Ray.
What's up? Shout out to Bryson. He always checks in.
Bryson's on?
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's
Hi,
one of our
Bryson.
loyal followers.
Yes, he is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. And of course, we gonna do the blind date update. We got to do that.
Okay.
We definitely got to do that. Cause I know G Wade is G behind the board. It's it's anticipating on how things went down after the show ended.
Whoa.
How things went down.
How things went down.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I may have a little segment of what to do and what not to do when you're sleepy.
What to do and what not to do when you are sleepy?
Yeah, when you're sleepy.
When you're sleepy.
When you're sleepy.
When you're sleeping, don't have one eye open.
Yeah, but there's certain things you just don't do when you're sleepy
Unless you're
because
in
you
a crazy-
cannot get all your thoughts together. Because you may think one thing, but your mind does something else. So it's like if you're schizophrenic but not being schizophrenic.
Okay.
Yeah. What to do and what not to do when you're sleepy.
Okay, you know we talked about mental health a couple of shows back. You know?
Yeah, we did.
We did. So I don't know if this is going to be like a serious topic
It's
or
not
a
a
topic.
serious topic. It's not serious. It's not serious. Basically,
Like,
just
it's just how you presented it.
yeah. I had to present it because it happened during that time.
Oh, okay.
So and it was very, very recent.
I got you.
I just
I got you. All right. So let's see if we can jam all this in one podcast.
yeah. It's small. It's small. It's very small.
It's very small. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. They do say good things come in small packages.
Yeah,
All right.
there you go.
Yeah. All right. There we go. I was waiting for Dynasty to say something smart. I was waiting for Dynasty to say something smart. All right. Let's get into this rideshare confessions. All right.
All right.
So you got a rideshare confession story.
Yes. Okay. All right. When an Uber or a Lyft driver, it doesn't matter which company, there's certain things you're supposed to do when you go to a location, pick somebody up. These days, you know, you're going to, because we're in the pandemic and everything, key things to have is a mask. And sometimes, like this particular incident, you have to pick somebody up from a medical facility.
Not just any medical facility. It's
Yeah.
or just any
medical facility.
Okay.
Okay. Key thing is sometimes you got to have a heart. All right. And I know we have to keep our social distance. You don't know where this person is. You don't know anything, but you don't have to get up on them, but it's being courteous. You know, you're picking somebody up from a medical facility. Why don't you open up the door? Why can't you open up the door? So you see someone struggling to get in the car. Why don't you open up your door?
Yeah.
So
like have a form of courtesy.
there you go.
Courtesy.
Yeah. Why can't you just do that? You know, she's wobbling to get to the car, and you know, and she's a little elderly. Why don't you open up the car? You have a mask on. She has a mask on, and you see her struggling trying to get there. Why don't you open up your?
Was this an Uber driver or a Lyft driver?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I was told that happened, and I'm like, why can't you be courteous just to open up the door? Because the person, she had someone was kind of holding her. I guess it was her husband or whatever.
Maybe
he's already old too.
Uh-huh.
But she had a procedure done.
Yeah.
And she had a mask on and had her eye covered up, and he's trying to hold her, and it was like a slight of a hill. So all you had to do is get your car at a certain angle, going down, put your brake on, parking brake, all that, get out, open the daggone door.
Yeah.
I mean, just courteous. And I'm wondering what happened when they got to their destination. Did he even open up the door to help her out or whatever? Just open up the door.
What was the person in the driver's seat? Was it a he or a she?
I don't know. They ain't tell me that part. But
Okay.
the point is, just open the door.
Just open the door.
Just
when you see
open
an
the
elder.
door. Why can't you do that? I understand the social distance, but you can't open up the door.
What do you think, Dynasty? What do you think? Yeah.
Well,
in that particular
I would
scenario.
probably say it's probably not a confession, but more of a just, kind of enlightening,
Yeah.
for people, kind of to remind them to be courteous. And sometimes people lose, how to be courteous, and it's just something as simple as getting out of your, driver's side and just going and open up the door. That wouldn't hurt anything. It doesn't, didn't have to be too close to anyone to just do that. So I think it's more of a just be mindful, because sometimes people are not mindful anymore, and just being courteous, so.
Yeah.
I just want to know if it was an Uber driver or a Lyft driver.
It matters.
Don't
Are you
know.
going to boycott one of them, depending on who it is?
Yeah, we can make that happen. We can make that happen
It's probably
tomorrow.
happened in both of them at some point in time. You think? Maybe.
I just want to know if it's an Uber driver or a Lyft driver.
What if you
It's
got
over.
both things on it? Because some cars
That
have both.
is-
It's true.
that is
I
true.
used to do that
But
myself.
was it an Uber today or a Lyft today?
Depending on what app the
depends
person
on what it hit
used.
first. That's how I did it.
Well, see, I've been out of the Lyft game for 2-3 years now.
It's been a year for me. It's been a year for me, a little over a year, and whatever hits first, that's what I do. I don't focus like I want to do Uber for a few hours and then flip and do Lyft. No. Whatever hits first, I cut the other one off.
Oh, really?
That's what I do. That's what I did. You know, I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to, no.
Do you think the passenger gave this driver maybe like 1 star, 2 stars?
I hope he gave him 1. I hope he gave him 1. Because usually when you get a 1, that means that you have a warning, meaning that you about to be cut. But they probably already short anyway. They could probably just let it slide because we got to keep somebody going.
Probably.
Speaking of Lyft or Uber, so who knows?
Okay. All right. Well, just be courteous.
Just be courteous. Yes.
Open the door. Yeah.
Open the door. You can still have your mask on and all that stuff. Just you got your distance because they already in your car. So what? There's no 6 feet in that. So
yeah, it sure ain't. So
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. But what I do know is this, and I did pull up the article about a current situation happening in Oakland, California right now. Uber and Lyft threaten to suspend ride-hailing services throughout California. And it happened this past Thursday night. A defiant reaction to a judge who ordered the companies to reclassify their drivers as employees. Yeah.
that's a lot of money.
yeah, and responsibility.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I know them taxi drivers are like, yes.
Yeah, we're back in business. We're back. They gonna be calling us down, dog. Oh, what? Now, oh, you need me now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
See you at the airport.
All right. Now, it goes on to
that's
say...
interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting. It also go on to say that, however, hours before the ride-hailing blackout was set to begin, an appeals court granted Uber and Lyft a temporary reprieve of allowing them to continue operating while the court weighs their appeal.
Ooh.
Oral arguments in the case are set for mid-October.
Oh, y'all got
some
a little over a month.
Got some time.
A little over a month.
Got some time. They're gonna have to try to figure that out because that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. In California?
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. If they said like Omaha or somewhere, Omaha, Nevada, Nevada, the state. Oh man, that'll be all right. They they don't need it that much in there, but a state like California, that's just too much money, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man, I feel for you. I got some people that live in California right now, and some of them rely on Uber and Lyft to get around.
Right.
Yeah. So you may have to invest in a bicycle or a skateboard or something to get around, or one of those scooters, just like the ones that we have here in the ATL. Those scooters. You all been on a scooter yet?
I have not.
You have
I
not?
have not.
You have not? I haven't. I was tempted to get on one the other day, but I was like, no.
What made you stop?
What made me stop?
Yeah.
I didn't feel like putting no money into the scooter.
That's what I figured. That's what I wanted you to say.
I didn't,
I figured.
It was like,
why spend $2 or $3 for this? I know I can just walk.
Hey, how far would you go? I mean, is it really?
I usually take the train to work. I take the train. Well, I don't drive to work because I have to pay to park. So I take the train, and it's about a 10-minute walk from the train station to my job.
Okay.
About 8 to 10 minutes.
Right.
But sometimes I do get tempted because I just want to hurry up and get there. I just want to hurry up and get in the building. If I'm like really pressed for time, then yeah, I will think twice about getting on a scooter.
Okay. Yeah, I've never had any use for them. So.
Hang downtown, I guarantee you will.
Well, I don't hang downtown. That's the thing.
Okay.
If I go downtown, I go to a particular location. I live almost in Smoney, so I come down there. I'm going straight to a location. You know?
You ain't never gonna catch Dynasty on no scooter.
You are not. You are absolutely right. You're not.
Not with them heels. No.
Ever. Every now and then on occasion, I will put some sneakers on if I'm working out or something, but I ain't gonna be on that scooter. I can tell you that right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
Man, they be flying on them scooters though.
Yeah, I'm like, dog, you can go over, like they can go about 20 miles per hour or something on that thing. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Well, that was a big thing last summer anyway, you know.
Oh yeah, people were getting scooter jacked and everything.
Scooter jack?
That was just one situation.
Come on.
Yeah, you can't get scooter jacked. You can't get scooter
I
jacked.
want to take your scooter.
It ain't mine. It's gonna run out on you anyway. As soon as the daggone money run out.
You can get scooter jacked. You can get scooter jacked in these streets.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You better ask somebody.
That's crazy. That's just crazy.
All right. This has been your Rideshare Confessions right here on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. Sean Garvey.
DJ Roland.
Dynasty Smith.
All right. Time now for some hot 411 wire. Hot 411
See
wire.
what you got.
You see
You
what I
got
get?
sizzling noises going on and whatnot. Okay,
I
what's
mean,
hot?
we can always call Diamond. You can always
She's
call Diamond.
sleeping, you know that.
We're going to try to see if she's up. We're going to see if she's up in a few minutes.
Green and pink and white.
Yeah. I'm just saying. All right. Big shout outs to 21 Savage. He recently did something very, very gracious for students returning back to school. Are you all familiar with the ESA Back to School Drive?
I know about a school drive, but I don't know about that one that you were referring to.
Yeah, ESA Back to School Drive. I wonder what make him and his team call it the ESA Back to School Drive. It's what I've been saying. ISA.
Issa Rae, but it's Issa.
ISA.
Issa.
So on WLK, I said ISA. When it's supposed to be ISA.
Issa. Can we just use plain words? I mean,
but the actress name is Issa though. It's spelled the
With a
same.
E.
Wait, it's spelled with an E?
I'm asking, is it spelled
Yeah,
with an E?
how's it spelled?
Huh?
ISSA, right?
Yeah.
Issa.
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 You just
Because what
mispronounced
he's
it.
saying is it's A, but he's just saying Issa.
Issa.
You know what? We ain't gonna do this in 2020, man. I'm just. He should have just called it 21 Savage Back to School Drive.
Yeah. I guess he's
trying
trying to make sure he doesn't take all the credit. That's the only thing that comes up to mind when you're trying to create a name. Is
I've been saying Issa all this time, and it's Issa.
Issa.
Lord have mercy.
The meme that happened a year ago.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is that millennial-ish. I was about to say the S word.
Millennial-ish.
Millennial-ish. Ooh, that's a good name for a TV sitcom.
Yes.
You got blackish, mixedish, grownish,
Millennial-ish.
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 Got a new one coming. Ish.
Another ish.
Another ish. It's called another ish.
Okay. Another ish.
All right, we need to put that on an app or something and get that rolling. So
So his Leading by Example Foundation partnered with Chime, Juma.org, Black Voters Matter, and MOBB March on Ballot Boxes to present the ISA Back to School Drive, which happens to be the 5th edition of the charitable effort adhering to COVID-19 safety guidelines. So him and his team, his organizations are keeping it safe while providing the necessities for students returning back to school, especially students that are taking the virtual learning route.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son is going to start doing that on for APS, starts on August the 24th. So we will see. Because they're killing it. They're killing my phone, telling about make sure you check your emails. I'm like, I check my emails all the time. But I guess but it's a roll call. I'm like, okay, all right. Blowing up my phone.
Yeah. You know anybody that has taken advantage of this ISA Back to School Drive?
Ew.
No?
No.
No, really? Okay.
All I know
Let's
is food drives. That's
Of
already.
course.
I mean, that's what they always keep promoting is food drives. I never heard about anything about the ISSA drives.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, Savage provided local students and their families with laptops and free Wi-Fi. The attendees who were also gifted backpacks filled with school supplies, financial literacy toolkits, and face masks.
Oh,
Yeah. What got me is the laptops and free
That's
Wi-Fi.
awesome.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. So giving back.
That's
Big
big
shouts to
giving back.
21 Savage. And he's been very vocal about financial literacy.
Do you see anything future? Because I think was it Ludacris does his
Yeah.
Luda weekend during Labor Day weekend. Is there anything special coming up? Because it's a very unique year for him.
I don't have all the details, but it's coming.
Or it's still coming.
It's coming.
Okay.
Yeah. Future, Ludacris, they all, I mean, pretty much almost every rapper from the South, in the South, have contributed a lot of things, especially for kids returning back to school.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Luda always has his Luda weekend during Labor Day weekend. I was wondering anything. Is he doing anything according to how the pandemic is going? Is he doing anything different or to help promote that? Whatever. I just haven't heard anything or read anything. So
Can we call Luda up?
if I could, I would. If I could, I
Basically, he
would.
said he ain't got Luda's number.
No.
That's
Oh, okay.
I
I'm
wish.
saying. All right.
I wish.
At least he real about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
He does it every year. He's been doing it for several years. So I give him credit on that.
Yeah. All right. Also, Common launched a new self-help series. We talked about mental health a lot, plenty of times on the podcast, on the Be Break Morning Show. But Common, he has ventured into developing a self-help series called Calm and Well. Nice ring to it. And it's on YouTube. It's on his YouTube channel. And yeah, the 6-episode series, which is filmed in his home using conferencing sites like Skype and Zoom, features conversations with his personal health and wellness teams. The star will also detail his own wellness practices, including his workouts and hobbies.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, Common. Yeah, he spoke about that plenty of times, especially in his book, Let Love Have the Last Word, and his album about mental health. Yep, his last album. Yeah,
That's
so
good.
so he's among like many other celebrities and stars raising the awareness of mental health. Nowadays, it has become more and more of a big deal with people that are dealing with it. Not just everyday people, but famous celebrities.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Can I say something about the hottest song right now?
The hottest song right now.
No,
rap.
DJ Roland, we're
Rap.
not doing that right
Rap.
now. I'm just kidding.
That's the hottest song.
Rap.
I finally heard all the lyrics.
WAP.
Yes.
Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
And guess who's really so super happy that a lot of folks ain't saying too much, but he has to say it.
CeeLo Green.
No.
Because he had a whole lot to say about that.
No.
Who?
The guy who left.
The guy who left.
The guy who left here in ATL.
Who?
Went back to his roots.
Who?
Frank Ski.
Oh, me and Dice. What are you talking about, B?
Frank Ski is so
Asking
happy,
Jackson right now.
like crazy.
Well, happy about the song or the
Happy
video?
about the song.
Or the video?
He just talking about the song.
Okay. Are you
Because
sure?
he's talking about where it is on billboards and everything.
Okay.
So he is literally super duper happy.
I think it's like 10 times platinum now, is it?
I think so. And he can't believe it. He's like, man, if it wasn't for my part of being part of it, because they keep leaving him out of it until it gets later into the article and whatnot. It was something real small. So
Well, yeah, what part?
O's in the house.
Oh, okay.
O's.
Yeah, that part. You listen to the song,
I
right?
have not.
Okay. I know what we're talking about. At the beginning of the song, it
Actually,
plays
it's
that.
in the song.
It's in the song.
And throughout its entirety. I have the clean version, and whatnot.
She got to listen to it. Dynasty got to listen to
I
it.
have to listen to it and
Okay.
see what's going on. I
So,
have heard that the song existed.
Yes.
I just had not had a chance.
I had
So that
heard the
means
lyrics.
not only that you have not heard the song, but you have not seen the video as well.
I've
have
heard.
not
I've
seen the
heard
video
some
yet.
things about that. I'm sure you guys are thoroughly entertained. 'Cause I've heard about it.
Believe it or not, I haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
Tanya saw it. And all she
Tanya?
did, yes, and she
So you
just
ain't
shook
allowed
her
to see
head.
it. Oh, so you're not allowed to see it. Is that what it is?
I ain't say she ain't say that. But, she ain't say that, but I just want to
And
know.
come on, she be like, yeah, you don't need to see it.
Well, I can only show Dynasty. I can't show you then.
You're not allowed
Oh Lord.
to see it.
I'm about to pull it up right now.
Oh man. I
Yeah.
was like, dog, it's unique that they put that in there, but he is not very well recognized for him giving credit to that part, even though it's just a phrase. That's it.
120 million views so far.
Huh?
What did they sample?
Just that phrase.
From what song?
His one of his songs back in the early 90s called O's in the House.
There's some O's in this house.
I'm trying to say O, like the Cheerio.
Certified free, 7 days a week. Wet and good, make that pull out game weak.
Yeah. That's why I say O's.
Nah, they don't use it because of the song.
Yeah.
Dynasty's face. Yeah. This is Cardi B. Woo!
Man, all I gotta say is
Woo!
yeah. Woo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, does that top Anaconda, Nicki Minaj, a few years ago?
Yeah.
That definitely tops Nicki Minaj Anaconda.
For real.
Okay.
For real.
Okay. And see, this is why the reason why we're talking about this is because both Nicki and Megan, they've been getting a lot of huge criticism over the video because the video is very controversial, it's raunchy, and you know, in the climate right now, especially with the Me Too movement
Right.
and everything, it's just a lot of people that have strong criticism towards the video. Like they even wanted Kylie to no longer be in the video.
Really?
Yeah, Kylie Jenner made an appearance in the video in her Catwoman suit.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
what is the expectation? I mean, you know what Nicki
You
Minaj
really want to
is
know from a
about.
male's perspective?
No, I'm just saying, you know what Nicki's about. You know,
Cardi.
or Cardi. Whoever.
All I gotta say, that is definitely
You
the
could
song.
have just said, ow.
I mean, you know
Can you
what her
believe some folks-
background is, and you know, I mean, I don't understand what they thought. You gonna get something different? I mean,
Here's the thing, though, with that. People are still going to certain clubs. They're not social distancing,
exactly,
and they are not masked up,
exactly.
and they play this type of song as if no pandemic is going on. That gets them rolling.
Yeah.
And always says stupidity, stupidity, sadness, and sex sells. That's what you see every day. You do not see a bunch of positive stuff going on because everybody will like get bored. Like, wow, I'm so happy. Da 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 da. No, nobody want to see that. They want to see ghetto, ratchet, stupidity, stuff blowing up, whatever the case may be, for you to
But
look
that's
at.
so unfortunate.
It's
That is
unfortunate, but
sad
that's how it is.
But I don't think that that's the thought process of everyone. You know,
No,
because
no,
I
it's
would
not.
prefer not to see that. I
Right.
would prefer to see more women being more classy and
Right.
you know stylish and things that and more things that are not degrading to
Yeah.
women. So I would prefer the latter. You know, and I even notice how I get a lot of compliments on my attire and how I carry myself. And you can be sexy, but you don't have to be raunchy. You
Right.
know,
I got a question for everyone, including G, the producer. I got a question. Does anybody in this room have a problem with the video?
I ain't see it, so I can't
really
say
look at it, but
that.
You saw a little bit of
I
it.
saw a little bit.
It's not something I would indulge in.
Okay.
So
Okay. And the reason why I asked that question, well, a follow-up question to that is it any different from porn?
No.
wow,
Okay.
seriously, I ain't even look at it that much. So it's that bad. Wow.
No, I mean, from that
Because I look at
standpoint.
porn.
We know. I mean, we know that. I mean, who don't know that?
It's like legalized porn. It's how what they have is that
Right.
soft porn they put on HBO and Cinemax and Showtime, I think. So
You would know, Roland, would
yeah,
you?
but I'm gonna call. But that's back in the day, though. That's what they used to
Shout out
do.
to Tanya.
But that was back in the day. But I'm just saying that's what. I'm not saying it's acceptable. I'm not saying it's acceptable, but that's what they put out there. If they could put out, it's like how what was that? Lil Kim went to that award show with the nipple covered up and accepted an award.
It
or
wasn't
something.
covered up at all.
You know what I'm saying?
It was not covered up.
That's probably the first one I could think of that actually started the whole train of how certain women decide to do what they're doing to this day.
And and then also to add on to that, around the time when people were talking about the rap video, I posted a video on my personal Facebook page at Sean Garvey if you want to see it, the Rhapsody video, one of Rhapsody videos, because I personally think that a lot of us, especially as music consumers, we don't really praise a lot of the conscious and
Yes, that's true.
female MCs that deserve, that should be recognized just as much as the Cardi B's and the Megan Thee
Right.
Stallions and the City Girls and et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So I just think at the end of the day, it's a balance. It should be a balance.
I believe
Every female MC is not going to be a Queen Latifah.
No, you're absolutely right. Or MC Light or anything. I look at the creativity and the lyrics of it, and you can have a nice beat behind it and everything. But if that's me personally, and I've been into rap and everything, and I've been DJing over 20 years, and it's like I'm forced because of the industry. I have to get some of that music like that rap. I have to, just to have it because I know it's going to be requested and whatnot. But me personally, no. I really don't want it.
It's all about a balance. You had a yo-yo and you had Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
Two different situations there.
Yep. But they had to expose themselves.
They didn't, right. That was a different time back then.
That was a different time and whatnot. And then some folks still say, can we get back to that?
Oh yeah, people.
We can, but
it's
hard.
just the trend is being set, and people are following the trend that's being set. So you have to dare to be different. You have to be someone who's willing to dare to be different. Because there are people who still want what you're saying. Can we get back to that? And there are people who are hungry for that and want that. I happen to be one of them.
Yeah.
And I've had conversations with people in the industry that want that too, because there's still an audience for that. So you can't neglect that audience that's still hungry for that. So
I talked to the other DJs in the DJ group on Facebook, and he said, how many of y'all can actually do an entire event clean?
Yeah.
Only a
I
few.
can.
I'm saying only a few. Only a few can do it. I'd rather do it clean.
And you have a good time too.
Yeah, I don't like doing. I've done. I was at a Burn Lounge years ago and stuff. I don't like doing trap music the entire time. God,
I cannot.
Yeah.
I'm the shout out to Burn Lounge, but I'm like, I just cannot do it.
But I mean, shout out to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, especially Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying?
There's an audience for everything. I think there's an audience for
There's an
everything,
audience
and that's
for that.
their audience. So
Yeah.
I don't know. People make a big deal out of I know it gets controversial, and especially with what's going on, but. It's just there's an audience for everything, and we don't have to watch it. If it's something that I don't want to look at, I'm just not going to look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, big shout outs to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, especially Megan Thee Stallion. keeping it sexy and getting shot in the foot at
You
the
like
same
that
time.
thickness? That's where it is.
Oh yeah, Amazon. Yeah.
You count on Sean to be Sean.
Yeah, of course.
Except when he was sick.
Of course.
Yeah.
Except when he was sick that time.
We just like looking, okay? That's what men like to do. We like to look.
Okay, that's gonna be another story for Dynasty DMs right
Yes,
there.
it
man.
is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Don't worry, I've been taking notes.
All right. I don't know if we're gonna have time to get to this last story in the 4-1 wire, but Mariah Carey. Anybody anticipating for the new Mariah Carey album to drop?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Move. All right. Well, this has been the. This has been the 4-1 wire with your boy Sean Garvey,
DJ Rollo.
Dynasty Smith.
the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. All right. Once again, coming to you from WadeWorksStudios in the ATL. Information on how people can learn more about producing and hosting his or her next podcast. What's the email address or the telephone number, G?
Tell me about WadeWorksStudios at yahoo.com.
WadeWorksStudios@yahoo.com. That's
WadeWorksStudios.com, and all the information is there.
okay. WadeWorksStudios.com. Okay, gotcha. WadeWorksStudios.com is the website. If you want to learn more information on how you can host and produce your next podcast, that was my shoe, ladies and gentlemen. My bad about that. And I'm doing it right during an advertisement.
Oh my God.
WadeWorksStudios.com is the website. Also, the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast, is brought to you by BB Mobile Apps and Take Action Music Incorporated. All right. So, time now for, you know what, we got to do our blind date update.
Okay, I do my little quick thing, and it's going to take about 3 minutes.
Okay. All right.
What to do and what not to do when you're sleepy.
All right, here we go. Okay, so
Okay.
this is a DJ Roland moment.
Yes. All right. Now, folks, when you are trying to purchase something and you've been telling someone that you've been wanting to purchase this, you don't do it when you're sleepy. This person purchased one of my mixes and whatnot. I mean, I gave her the mix. She already had it for a while, but she finally just
I have a feeling I know who you're talking about.
No, you don't know.
It's not her? Okay.
No, it's not her. It's not her.
All right, okay. Shout out to the sister that wanted the R. Kelly mix.
Not her.
Okay, not her.
Okay.
In 2019, 2020.
Yeah, this person around I guess around 3 or 4 o'clock, I got a notification hit me. Someone gave me $510 for a mix.
$510 for a mix.
Yes.
How long was the mix?
It's only an hour.
An hour mix. $510.
$510.
Okay.
Because she
What was the $10?
the $10 was for the mix, but she gave me an extra $500 by mistake.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, finish the story.
Yes. So basically, yes. So she was blowing my phone up and everything and said, I was trying to just send you 10, but I don't know how in the world I hit 5. So it had 510 and hit send.
She did it by Cash App?
Yes. As big as those numbers are.
Is it big?
Yes. I'm like, I already know when I saw it. I said, I can't do nothing with this until the next day. So I'm like, whatever you do, it's like she knows she wanted to pay her bills and all that stuff. Why in the world would you try to do it while you're sleepy?
Yeah, that was not very wise.
Very not wise. So I'm not saying her name, but I appreciate you purchasing the mix. But why you ain't paying attention? That's my thing. That's just my thing.
I would have been like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah. So I was like, damn.
That's why he walked in with the t-shirt hustle. Because he was hustling. He was hustling that poor young lady out of her money on via Cash App.
I'm saying, that's why I said, please, ladies and gentlemen, when you procrastinate and you're sleepy, to pay somebody or pay a bill, don't make sure you're conscious of what you're doing, because those mistakes happen. I was totally shocked.
Okay, so what happened? So people want to know. People are hitting me up asking me, "Did you return the money?"
Yeah, return the damn money.
People need clarification. People need clarification these days.
No.
You're not gonna finish the story and just say, "Oh, she dropped $510 in my Cash App account."
Yeah,
and
she
that's
did,
it.
but I still gave back the $500.
Good.
Okay, I couldn't believe it. I was like, please, just make sure you're conscious. If you doing something.
Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, DJ Rollum. Okay. What if she had not contacted you and told you about that mistake?
I still would have returned the money.
Yeah, because you would have known that was.
Now I'm like, not for a mix.
Nah.
It's not an event. It's not a wedding or not. No. That's not even my character. I still feel guilty. It's like robbing. Now this ain't like on 285 when that money was all over the place and whatnot. There ain't nothing like that whatsoever. That's, I mean, I want to take that, but I'm like,
I would have loved to
man,
been on that
I wish I
interstate,
was, man. I was like, God, dog. Yeah, I would have took that money. Nah, I would never return it. And they still can't find nobody who returned that money.
Of course not.
But when I know someone I've been knowing for years, and you did that type of mistake,
right?
And she knows I'm that type of character to give it back, I gave it back. Just be conscious,
man.
She learned a very valuable lesson.
I had.
So once you hit send, it just automatically goes through. Or
because depending on how your bank is and everything,
you gotta put it in. You gotta put the pin in. You gotta put the pin number in there.
Yeah, you gotta put the pin number.
Yeah,
you gotta put the pin number in.
It's a process.
But that's what I'm saying. But you see the big numbers. You see it before you send. So you should have saw three. If you saw three numbers going to somebody. If it's a bill or you owe them, that's one thing, but you have to know what you're doing.
So
first.
I'm just saying, like once she hits send, it's a done deal, or
it's done. It's like you go through it. If you go through a refund, then you got to go through all that because it still takes that business day stuff to get together.
Oh, okay. Oh
wow.
Because sometimes you can have a drop immediately. Some folks got to have that money immediately. I don't ever hit drop. Let the nature's take its course with the banks.
Yeah.
That's how I work.
I had a Cash App situation before. Well, actually, it was a couple of days ago, and I gave somebody money via Cash App. It was less than the amount that you said, but I gave this person the money via Cash App, and I told her, hey, just drop some money into your account via Cash App. Cool, what have you. And few days later, she came to me and said, hey, I never got the money. I'm like, I sent it to you. I showed the receipts and everything.
Right.
She's like, oh, you know what may have happened? It may have went to my old number and not to my new number.
How are you supposed to know? How are you supposed to know?
She's like, yeah,
and then you have an old number, and then are you still with that bank and whatnot?
She's just going to have to take that L. Because I was compensating her for her services, and she notified me a few days later. And, so she just gonna have to take that L. I can't repay her,
right? Because that's on her. That's on her.
Yeah,
that's on her.
That's just like if I sign and write up a check and give it to you, and you walk out the door and you drop it in the street. You can't come to me and say, hey, Sean, can you...
Yeah, like I got to go and cancel the check, pay money out to cancel the check, and then write you another check. So you
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir. Man, dang, man, we just... Oh, Lord, $510.
$510.
You know what we could do with $510?
No, you did what you gave it back.
I'm saying we in a COVID-19 economic pandemic. Damn it. We're in a COVID-19 economic pandemic. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But that's a good thing you did that, though, man. You know what I'm saying? You was being a very good Samaritan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in my character.
So what would you do, ladies and gentlemen, especially you, Bryson? Would you have let the person know that they sent the money accidentally, or would you just keep the money and not say anything?
You better not communicate with that person ever again.
You better run.
Because you can't get sued. I mean, you could try and go through all that court stuff, but
Yeah, because Cash App is a private company,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. What did that person say on our Facebook Live? They said
I can't see.
say,
I told you my eyes.
oh, okay. They say they take the money and run.
Take the money and run.
Okay.
They're gonna be the road runner. They're gonna be the road runner for real. They're out.
All right, the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. Sean Garvey
DJ Roland.
Dynasty Smith.
in the building. All right, can we now talk about the blind date
Yes,
show?
please, yes.
He can't wait.
Can't wait. Yeah, we can't wait. We're gonna get into your Dynasty DM.
Yeah,
real quick.
we got about 15 minutes, but go ahead.
No, all right. Yeah, because you gotta go. Well. Before we get into the dating thing, because it's gonna be more than 15 minutes. I promise you that.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man, I thought I was gonna.
Because it was
hear
epic. You should have been here. It was epic.
Really?
Epic.
Was it epic, G?
That means yes. It was. Yeah. Oh, so talk to us about your event. September.
Okay. Well, basically, COVID kind of put some things, it had to change some ways of doing things in terms of performing, because I had a lot of shows coming up, so COVID put the brakes on it. And I had folks just, approaching me saying, you need to do a live stream. When you going to do that? When you going to do it? So it took me a minute to, get my mind wrapped around it, because I do like a live audience. Just like, I'm sure you see a lot of people talking about in the entertainment world and in the sports world that they want a live audience. But finally, talked to my choreographer, and he said, let's do it, So I said, okay, we're going to put together a live stream show. I'm excited about it. The venue and a couple of you guys, if you want to be at the venue, you guys, because of social distancing, we can't have, a lot of people there, but I'm allowed to have maybe about 12 people in the studio for the, taping of it and the actual performance. But it will be streaming live. Will be me, my dancers, hosted by, I have a host DJ, Shane Phoenix, who's awesome. And they're handling my lighting, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a great show. So you guys gotta get ready, get your popcorn, get in front of your laptop or your phone or whatever device you're using, and join in.
Try to chime in right now.
Get on in.
They're chiming in right now, baby. They're chiming in right now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go on and do the live stream thing. Bring Dynasty to you. So.
Bring Dynasty to you.
Yeah, gonna bring Dynasty to you.
In the comfort of your home.
Own home. So get your popcorn or whatever it is you like, your wings or whatever you got to chew on, and we're gonna make it happen.
All right, Diamond Love, you got something for you right there. So you're Diamond Love. Since she's in the bed.
He lost me. I'm like,
that's what I said,
September
Diamond Love.
17th.
He's thinking about that rap video. That's all.
That's why I said Diamond Love would be perfect. So she already in her PJs and get a little popcorn, and you can tune on it. There you go.
Just chill out right where you at.
Yeah. Okay. So we need information. How can people tune in? How can all that good
Go
stuff
to,
with day and time?
It's actually the flyer on my page. If you click into the flyer, it says to hit Dynasty Live. It says Dynasty Smith 75. You can click that, but you can click into the flyer and tune right in. So you also be tagged on Shane Phoenix's site as well. So, for whatever reason, if you need to go onto his page, it'll be on there. And it's going to be taped, so it will be released because it will be recorded. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so tune in. So.
Tune in. All right. Absolutely tune in, and we'll make sure to have that flyer up on our beatbreakradiofm.com page and on our social media pages.
Awesome.
All right. So, Dynasty, I know you got to get up out of here. You got some business to take care of.
Listen and check it out. I can check it out later because I'm going to find out what happened. I've been curious about this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Where do I begin? Where do I begin?
Oh, you got to tell
Is it
ladies.
PG,
Wait a minute. One more
PG-13
thing.
or is it rated R?
One more thing. Ladies, got to check out the Dynasty X shoes because they are now
yeah.
available.
Okay.
Dynasty X shoes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, is that one of them or no?
I don't have. I will have my pair in possession on Tuesday.
Okay.
But they are now available to be ordered through Extremely Hot because it is by John Davis at Extremely Hot. Did the Dynasty X shoe line.
Oh, what's up? Okay.
And they have they're star bottoms. You know,
Star
like
bottom.
red bottoms, they're star bottoms.
Okay.
Because every woman should feel like a star.
You hear
How
that?
about feeling like a queen?
A star.
A star?
That's the slogan.
That's the
Stick with the slogan. They're
Stick with the
star
slogan.
bottoms. They're
Okay.
not queen bottoms.
Not
They're
queen
star
bottoms. Star bottoms. Star bottoms.
Every woman should step out feeling like
Feel
a
like a star. Yes.
Okay. So Dynasty got to get up out of here, DJ Roland, really quick because we ran out of time on our Instagram live, but I'm going to reset. Let people know about your movement, how people can get your mixes and all that good stuff.
Oh, definitely. Always follow me, DJ Rollum, on Twitter. DJ Rollum Townsend on Facebook. And believe me, I mean, literally, I have someone posted my name in some group. I have no idea what group it is. And she DM'd me that said, I heard about you, heard about your style. Mm-hmm. I need you to DJ my parents. I don't know if it's a birthday or anniversary, one of them. And it's during Labor Day weekend. I was like, whoa, And he said she wants to have old school, new school, for the millennials and have some reggae in it. So I'm like, okay, I can do that. I've done that many times. So, and I'm like, wow. So that's a done deal. So I'm like, cool. So, I mean, no mutual friend, nothing. So I have absolutely no idea who referred me to her. And that's how you can get to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's not the first time. It just feels amazing that someone put my name out there like that. So, I mean, there's a lot of DJs out there and everything, and it is a kind of a competition thing, but it's all about your quality. And the quality stands and quality lasts. And that's what I do, and I've been doing that, and I continue doing that. So follow me at DJ Rollum on Twitter and Instagram, and DJ Rollum Townsend on Facebook, and I will give you a sweet deal. And also to the mixes, yes. But I don't need your $500.
$510.
Yeah.
To be exact.
Well, you still got to pay for the mix. That's why I said I don't need a 5.
Just a 10.
Just a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if it's a 3-hour mix?
No,
What if they
that's just an hour.
Just an hour.
Just an hour.
What if somebody wants a 3-hour mix though?
Oh, you got to pay.
Okay. The 500?
No.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm trying to get you to come up.
500.
I'm telling you.
Well, it's time for me to go.
All right, gotta go and make that money. All right, that money. Dynasty Smith, ladies and gentlemen, follow her everywhere on social media. Dynasty Smith 55.
DYNASTI 55 on IG, Dynasty Smith on Facebook, and Dynasty Smith 01 on Twitter. So,
All right.
Awesome.
so I will see y'all soon.
See ya. All right, Dynasty Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Be back in the building.
Back in the building. She's gonna be back in the building next time.
Next time I'll be back in the building.
All right, and you all look out for her Dynasty. Don't be like that woman that DJ Rome talked about in Rideshare Confessions. Let's help you get through. Let's help you get through this situation right here. All right, so while DJ Rollum is doing all of that, I want to let you all know that we are coming to you. If you're just tuning in, IG Live at Beat Break Radio and Facebook at Sean Garvey. We're coming to you from WadeWorksStudios, the Beat Break Podcast, the Beat Break Morning Show. Each and every weekday, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on BeatBreakRadioFM.com. We also simulcast on ThinkingOutLoudNetwork.com. And make sure you follow us everywhere at Beat Break Radio on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Sean Garvey.
DJ Rollum.
All right. And we're still trying to decide if we're going to wake Diamond Love up or not.
Oh, man. Should we just wake up Sleeping Beauty? I mean, that's what it is, a Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
So,
Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's your call.
Your call.
It's your call.
I think we should do it on your phone.
Do it on my
call
phone.
Let's do it on your phone.
Let's
call
do it on
her
my
up.
phone?
Let's call her up.
Let's call her up.
Because you know what I did? I did not. You know what I did not do?
What?
I did not give Diamond Love the number to call in.
I thought you did.
I said you can call in.
I thought you did.
She's like, okay. So we're gonna see if she's up. And all you gotta do is put the phone up to the microphone.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Let's see. You got it on speakerphone?
I'm gonna put her on a speakerphone.
Okay. See, you got it on Bluetooth? Oh, it's not answering.
No, it's not answering. Oh
no,
well.
No, oh well.
I guess she's sleeping extra hard. Extra hard.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We did try, so we did try.
We didn't try. We tried. All right, so let's talk about this blind date game.
Okay, I'm
situation.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. The listeners are ready.
Before
The
you do
viewers.
that, like I said,
another with this. Before you do that,
but I was letting you know people are still hitting me up and whatnot. So I'm just letting you know we will get in contact with you as soon as possible when we get a chance, because we are very busy handling the Beat Break Morning Show. So we definitely will return your emails as soon as we possibly can.
yeah,
Now,
because they are coming. The
they
emails,
keep coming. Yes,
the DMs,
Yes.
they are coming.
yes.
They want to be booed up.
Boot up because it's
Dude.
getting cold.
It is. It's been raining over the past few days.
Yeah, it's been raining over the past few days, but you know, since the pandemic is going to get colder and whatnot, and you want to stay at home and stuff, do you want to stay at home alone, or do you want to have someone to snuggle up with?
Well, that depends if the person has been tested positive or negative.
I hope they're negative
Yeah.
on everything. Not just the COVID, on everything.
On everything.
And on everything.
I put that on everything.
Man, everything. Yes.
All right. So recap of the blind date game show. Of course, DJ Rollum and Dynasty Smith were not present.
Yes, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, right. But my colleague in radio, C to the J, was my special guest co-host.
Okay.
And we had a gentleman by the name of, well, he has different alias names. Don't ask me why he does.
He had about 15, don't he?
Probably so. Me and C to J only knew 3. Yeah.
So 12 more. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So Alexander, who also goes by the stage name Superstar.
Superstar.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the dater.
The data.
He was the dater for the podcast. Originally, it was going to be me, but it ended up being him.
Okay.
Okay?
By the powers that be.
Yes.
By the powers that be.
By the powers that be.
All right.
And so C to the J brought in 2 beautiful women. We had the 2 women in one studio, and we had Superstar in this room. It was me, C to the J, and Alexander. We were the only 3 guys, along with our producer. We were actually the only 4 guys in the studio, while the other 2 were I'm sorry, being distracted by a text there.
Got happy.
Don't worry, it's not Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion.
Right.
But yeah, so the purpose of the blind date game show was, of course, to not have the male dater see the 2 women in one room, and not to have the 2 women see the male dater, right?
Right.
Until towards the end of the game with whoever he chooses. Very interesting. It was very, like how G Wade put it, it was very interesting because he asked some interesting questions. The dater.
Can you say at least 2 of those questions?
Well, the one, it wasn't really a question. It was more of a request.
A request?
Yeah. It was one request that he made where he asked both women to sing Mary Had a Little Lamb.
What?
Yes.
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yep. Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Wow.
Right. Now, the 2 ladies, their names were Brandy and Ebony.
Brandy and Ebony.
Yep. Sound like an R&B group.
I know. I was going to say that. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to ask this between the two young ladies that had to sing "Mary Had a Little Lamb." Did any of them have a singing voice?
No, but one of them had a rapping voice though.
A rapping voice,
and that was Brandy.
That was Brandy.
So she did the up tempo remix to "Mary Had a Little Lamb."
Oh, so she was like a Cardi B?
Yeah, more like a Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, one of the two.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
And they did their best.
They did their best.
Yep, they did their best. So they did that, and what else happened during the blind date? The blind date game show. Like what questions you think Superstar asked both women during the date game show?
From that request that he asked those two women, did Mary had a little lamb? My next thing is this. I don't know. I can't think how he would think because it's hard to think a certain way for somebody else. But one of the questions I would ask if I was single, I had to make sure I put emphasis on that. I would ask, what is considered little money on a date or a lot of money on a date? That would be one of my first questions.
We probably would have gotten two different answers.
Yeah. I know you would got a whole bunch of answers, and that's where I'll be because I would like to know where her mindset is. You know, that's the reason for it. Like say this. Let's say if one of them say, "Okay, you could take me to a McDonald's or not even McDonald's, Chick-fil-A," right? Another woman may say Starbucks, and I'm like, so what do you just want to have just a coffee? Because that's a trick question with Starbucks. Do I want coffee and that's it, or do you want coffee and those expensive ass snacks? that would be a trick right there.
Yeah.
And then you go to Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, okay, all right. Do you want to get Chick-fil-A? Of course, all they sell is chicken sandwiches and whatnot. It's very rare that you're gonna see a salad there. So I'm like, are you trying to get a healthy meal or one of them regular meals? Regular meals, a breaded chicken breast.
Well, right.
So,
Well, speaking of food, C to the J acknowledged that one of the women is considered to be a meal. That would be Brandy.
she's a meal.
She's a meal. The other one, Ebony, considered herself to be a snack.
It's not kind of thinking low of yourself.
I mean, Brandy had meals, so it's like, okay, what is there? Entree?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Appetizer?
But I'm like, if you think of yourself as a snack, as a person, I understand the logic of it.
It depends. Snack, like a daytime snack or a midnight snack.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
I would have helped him out with that. Like, do you consider yourself a afternoon snack or a midnight snack?
Right.
Because if you're a midnight snack, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But then,
But by the way, that wasn't one of the questions that Superstar asked.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's it's kind of hard to going from that and going back to G Wade saying it's so interesting. I'm like, you're requesting Mary Had a Little Lamb being sung to you. What would make me think that is the best to inquire you that I want to take you out on a date? I wouldn't go that particular route. I would ask the question about, the type of meal, financial meal. You want a Chick-fil-A or a Starbucks? Do you want Chops restaurant or do you want Applebee's? So that's how I would look at it.
Or or Popeyes if you one of those systems.
But damn, you don't want the same sandwich. I mean, so that would be it. Just to see and whatnot. Or what is your favorite type of pastime? That's super open to see where you can go. But when you do say something like that, I'm like, Really? Mm-hmm. You went that particular route. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. So what was this next? I gotta have it. What was this next
I
question?
gotta get G's thoughts on it because he was here when all of it went down. I want to know because he was in the background like laughing his butt off.
Okay.
He said it was interesting, but I told DJ Rollum and everybody that didn't catch the blind date show last time that one thing that stood out to me with what Alexander, aka Superstar, said was a request that he wanted the women to sing "Mary Had a Little Lamb."
I posted that one.
You posted that one, yeah. What stood out to you?
Well, that for sure because what's her name, Brandy, right?
Yeah.
She killed it.
Yeah, she did the rap
And
version.
She was having fun. You could tell she was having fun the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the thing that I don't know if it stood out. I don't want to say it in a bad way, but it stood out in a way that I would have liked to have heard more questions from Superstar. More.
Well, let's say more
Kind of
all over the place.
all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe better prepared in the question lineup because they had to follow up. They had to ask him a question about his question. You get what I'm saying? So
Right, exactly.
Open-ended, not
Yeah.
enough, not concise enough.
Yeah, he was asking some weird questions. Yeah.
Give me one weird question that he asked.
How deep is your love for me?
You don't know me. You don't.
I'm sorry, I made that up. I made that up.
okay.
I mean, but that was he did ask a question that is similar to that one.
He's trying to be Keith Sweat.
How deep is your love for me?
He's trying to be Keith Sweat.
That's actually Drew Hill, by the way.
Drew Hill. Oh,
Boy,
Sweat to how deep is your love?
oh really? Oh my damn!
I thought I was right.
Man, my
I thought I was
musicology is off today.
Back to late 80s on that.
Yeah,
Right.
I was 84 right here, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like he came out at 88 or something.
He was 4 years old.
Right.
Like, mama, what are you listening to? Oh, don't worry about it. This is grown folk music. This is grown folks music. You too young to be listening to all this here.
But yeah, what was the one? He said something in regards to, I guess being able to more or less have whatever his for PDA, public displays of affection.
Okay.
He asked him some kind of question about it, but it was kind of weird how he was asking. That's the thing that to me that really stood out. It was just the questions were cool, but they were just kind of the way he phrased them could have been a little bit more concise.
Okay, a little bit more concise.
Give the ladies a clearer idea of what he was asking.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
So-
then CJ
C to the J.
kind of had to rephrase the question for him.
Right.
At times, not all the time.
So he was trying to be unique when you didn't have to be unique. That was the problem. So back to what was that? 2012, Sean.
The dating game show.
The dating game show we did back at Georgia State.
Was I asking the questions or were you guys asking the questions?
You were asking us the questions.
Okay.
I think you were between. Yeah, you were asking the questions, and I guess you had to go back and forth. But the case is that when you go on a show, if you looked at a dating show before, even though we ain't really truly have one in a very long time, go ahead and look on YouTube and look at some of the dating shows or some of the reruns that they have of the Dating Connection or whatever that show was with Chuck Woolery or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I mean, just obviously you ask certain questions and see, what to say and to kind of get an idea of the person you would like to date because you don't know her. He doesn't know you. So you have to ask it's basically it's almost how people do on social media by going on dating sites. Mm-hmm. That's what I would think. That's if I would have done to do something like that. And I have been on one. I'm not going to even say the name, but that was years ago. on a day. It wasn't considered as a dating site, as a social network site, but you ask simple questions to get an idea of what her mind is. And the woman should do it vice versa to see where his mind is.
Yeah.
Then you can continue with the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I mean, me and C to the J tried to help him out. We did help him out with some questions to ask the women that we felt were very appropriate to ask them. So that's what it is.
Yeah,
Well, let's get into that. Let's get into that.
Okay.
Okay.
Who did he choose? I want to know who he damn choose.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Crystal Cross checking in. What up, Crystal? I can tell because I can see the picture background.
Okay.
Everybody else I can't see. But shout out to everybody on our IG Live at Beat Break Radio. And still on Facebook at Sean Garvey.
All right.
Okay, so it was a very suspenseful moment during the podcast because Alexander had us waiting for 8-9 minutes to decide who he was going to choose.
It took him that long.
I'm just exaggerating, but it seemed
No,
like
I'm
8 to
saying,
9.
like, even with the exaggeration, it's like he had to go through a whole thinking process to.
That's just how his mind works.
Lord, he would hit 510 early in the morning. He will send me $510 for a mix if he takes that long of a process.
Mm-hmm.
That he's just an example of he would do that type of mistake. I bet he would. Yeah, and I don't know. I may give the money back or some of the money back. I would have done it. That's just me. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right. So it was very suspenseful because I thought, well, no, I'm not going to tell you that yet. But it was very suspenseful because we were just like, okay, is he going to choose Brandy, dater number 1, or Ebony, dater number 2? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Back to G. Who do you think Steven, aka Superstar, aka Alexander, who do you think he was gonna go for during that very suspenseful moment in the podcast?
Honestly, I thought he was going to pick Brandy because she was a little bit more outspoken.
She was very outspoken.
She was a little bit more vocal. But maybe that intimidated him. That I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it did.
She was too much to handle. Yeah. Yeah. I was.
Can't handle a whole dinner, can he? Can't handle a whole dinner. Can't handle a whole dinner.
A meal.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Meal.
So I was like, okay, is he going to choose Brandy or is he going to choose Ebony? So after 8-9 minutes, he came to a decision, and he chose Ebony over Brandy. He chose the snack over the meal.
He ain't hungry. He ain't hungry.
I mean, he is a skinny dude, you know.
Oh,
he's a tall, skinny dude.
Oh, okay.
But nothing wrong with skinny. I'm skinny.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm not tall like him though, but
So
but
he
you know,
chose-
sometimes you need a meal. You know, when you're a skinny dude, sometimes you do need a meal.
Right.
But not sometimes, all the time.
Right.
You know?
But he chose Ebony.
He chose Ebony, the snack.
The
Right?
snack.
Yeah. So they had a conversation and outside, and it was very friendly. You know, and we was just seeing how it was gonna go. So I'm here today, ladies and gentlemen, to say that unfortunately, Superstar could not call in or come into the studio to talk about his after the dating show experience.
Right.
But he wants me to let everyone know that it was a very successful dating game show for him because it gave him an opportunity to come in and meet new people and have the opportunity to meet a very respectable person like Ebony. Meet both respectable women. They are very respectable and attractive, both Brandy and Ebony.
Gotcha.
However,
I knew that was coming.
Black
and ugly as ever.
However, unfortunately, there will not be a date.
It would not be a date.
There will not be a date. There wasn't a date.
And there was not a date because
There was not a date because they are on two different communication levels. Yeah. But he wants me to tell everyone that it was a very successful dating game show and that him and Ebony are friends.
And more like it was stay friends.
Stay friends, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, respectfully. But he did enjoy the experience.
So is Brandy completely out then?
She is still available to my knowledge.
She's
still
still-
single.
Come back on and try love.
Well, we have to see. We may make her the dater
Oh,
and have her choose,
couple guys.
or women, whichever, it could-
Whatever floats a boat.
whatever
Okay.
floats her boat.
Okay.
Yeah. If she's about that
I
life,
would like to see that
if
one.
she's
I would-
about that life,
Yeah, I would like to see that interesting dating game right there. I would love to see that one
yeah,
because I know some spots
yeah,
for her and future dater.
yeah, yeah. So, man,
That's going to be interesting. Whenever that happens, I hope I am available to not participate, to see this event. I want to see this. I want to be like G Wade. I want to see it saying very interesting. Definitely.
yeah. So that's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. They decided to just be friends. So, that's
There's
what
nothing
it
wrong
is.
with being friends, though.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. But don't you get tired of the friend zone?
Yes. Yes. I'm in one now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
What's that song by the great Biz Markie?
You.
Yeah. Got what I need.
But you say she's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. Oh, baby. 2020 remix.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what happened, man. Shouts to C to the J for helping me orchestrate the blind date edition of the Beat Break Morning Show podcast. He was good. And you know what? It's the first time that any podcast has done this type of thing. No other podcast has done what?
We are the pioneers.
How many times we have to tell y'all?
Man, don't y'all understand this? Don't y'all understand this for real? People just don't understand when we, as the pioneers, do certain things. Give us the credit and some money. I want credit and money.
Credit and money.
Credit and money.
You want that $510? That's what.
Nah, we deserve a couple 10K, man. A couple 10K. That's what
Yeah.
you can give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right. So if you're interested in being on the next blind date game show, if there is going to be another one, let us know. Email us, reach1communications@gmail.com. Reach1communications@gmail.com.
Right.
Let us know if you're interested. Yeah, we trying to get some people booed up before Christmas. Christmas is just around the corner.
Yeah.
Cuffing
Cuffing
season.
There you go.
Cuffing season.
There you go.
Yeah. But is there really going to be cuffing season, though, with all this social distancing still going on and people masked up?
Is it required to have the paper saying I'm negative? Is it required? Because you don't know. Because you may be asymptomatic, don't know.
Yeah.
So
You know what's so interesting? Like Ebony, the woman that Superstar chose, she was the only one that came to the studio without a mask. I think it was I don't think we saw Superstar wear a mask when he came in either. Yeah.
so definitely Ebony had her mask.
She didn't have one on. But she
I'm
was trying
talking about not Ebony. I'm talking about Brandy. Brandy
had her mask.
Brandy had her mask.
She made sure.
She made sure.
Yeah.
Does her podcast with her homegirl?
No, that's on the standstill right now. Yeah, they're still cool. Shouts to Brandy and Alex, two dope girls in the gym. Yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, but then again, Ebony was trying to look cute because she thought she was gonna meet a Michael B. Jordan, but ended up meeting one of the members from DeBarge. Can we get a bar song? Shout out to the light skinned community, man. Shout out to the light skinned community. I love y'all light skinned people. Y'all light skinned dudes.
All right.
Man.
I'll be sure. All right.
Christopher Williams.
We talking about them old jokers, man. Kid.
Hey, man. I mean, they had it in the 80s.
Right, I know.
They had it in the, so with the dark skinned brothers too. It was like a balance. It was like dark skin, light skin. It was balanced. And it was like you either choose Wesley Snipes or you chose I'll Be Sure or the dude from Miami Vice. He wasn't really that light skinned.
Nah, he was like a caramel or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
I guess the girls were like looking at his eyes and stuff. He got them pretty eyes. And that's what girls like to say. Well, he got them pretty eyes. And I know they're thinking about the future. If I have a kid like a kid with this man, I hope he or she has some pretty eyes. Like, oh boy, do y'all really need to go for that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man. So that's what went down on the blind date. I mean, when it wasn't. I mean, not on the date, but on the show, on the blind date game show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he came dressed up.
He had a suit on?
He had a dress shirt and a tie.
Dress shirt and a tie?
Yeah. Dress shirt and a dress tie.
If you are going to be named
prepared.
superstar, you're going to have to represent the name very well.
Yeah.
So I give him credit on that one.
He came prepared. He came in like he was going on a job interview.
Well, that's technically what when you kind of setting things up for a date, that's what it is.
The women, they didn't come dressed. They came very, very nice. Nice and casual.
Nice and casual.
Yes.
Dresses?
No dresses. No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeans.
No, I think I think us as guys, when we in this particular predicament or situation, we have to be. How can I put it, DJ Rollum? It's like the women they can come as they are,
right?
Right. Mm-hmm. But us as men, we gotta be on our A game.
That's another topic. I'm not going to even get deep in that because I could say so much about what you just said. And I know I'm going to get some. Because
let me tell you, I came in, right? I came in suit and tie, even though I wasn't the one on the date or the participant in the game show. But I came in with a suit and a tie, dress shirt.
But you're hosting it.
Yeah, I was hosting it. But CJ came in like he just came from the gym.
Well, I mean, it's to each his own.
Yeah.
To each his own. But the thing about it is, it's presenting the prize. And the prize is to see what I provide and what I would like to gain. Mm-hmm. So once those two match, then hopefully it'll be a good outcome.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can say it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Well, there's somebody for everyone, ladies and gentlemen. There's someone for everybody.
And it's okay, because I ain't gonna get too deep in this, but it's okay if you don't have somebody now. Does that mean somebody's gonna come in the future? Yes, or maybe no. Just being real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, there was one thing I wanted to add too regarding the dating game show. Mm-hmm. Which you can also see it online at thinkingoutloudnetwork.com. Well, hear the audio version, but we're going to pull up that video again. And actually, the video's on beatbreakradiofm.com right now.
Okay.
Yeah, if people want to go back and watch the video. Because, when we were doing IG Live, we had IG Live set for the women. For people to see the women, but for Facebook Live, it was focusing on us, and people were just anticipating to see what the women would look like. Yeah, we had two attractive women in the studio though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there was one woman I know. There was one thing I wanted to say. G, there was one woman that came into the studio. I won't say who she is or what her name is, but I thought that she was one of the daters.
Oh.
And I was like, oh boy, there's going to be some serious competition up in here.
She had a dress on, didn't she?
She had on a particular outfit. She had on like this, it looked like a cotton candy outfit on. I'm gonna show you the picture off air.
Right.
But to me, she looked like she could have been one of the daters.
It's how she was shaped.
Oh yeah, she was shaped good. I'll give you a hint. She's a model.
Okay.
She's a model.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
But she definitely looked good.
She definitely looked good.
Yeah. Look good.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
But she wasn't one of the daters though. She was just somebody that came to visit and wanted to check out our podcast. I was like, okay, cool.
All right.
I ain't mad at you. Yeah.
Well, to each his own.
To each his own.
And if she come up like that, you never know. I mean, she could have jumped in. Who knows? Some people just need to. It's like some folks were asking me, like, I'm scared. Do I want to really do this? Okay. Do you get in a car every day? And do you get on the highway every day? Do you get scared? No, but there's a possibility something could happen. So how are you going to know if you don't try? So if you don't try to do something, sometimes you got to step out of the ordinary to try something different. So
Yeah.
you just never know what the results may be. Just be careful how you do it. That's all.
Be careful. Strap it up.
Yes.
Put it up.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Get
man.
a damn mask.
You got to protect yourself 3 times now.
Yes, big time.
3 times. Yeah, man. So we're going to get off of that, but like I said, it's on demand, beatbreakradiofm.com if you want to see the video footage of the Blind Date Game Show. And the audio is still up on thinkingoutloudnetwork.com, and the audio will be up on demand on Spotify, iHeart, and Google Podcasts in the next few days to hear it.
Cool.
Yeah. But shout outs to the daters. Shout outs to C to the J for holding it down with me. We had such a great time. Such a great time, man. Best luck to Superstar. This
I don't know you, Superstar, but I'm giving you props. But bruh. I'm just leaving it at that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. The Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast, Sean Garvey, DJ Rollum, Sharia Thomas, Diamond Love, Dynasty Smith, Mr. Moody, the entire gang.
Entire gang.
Yeah, signature phrase.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Only a few minutes left here on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. We don't have no fake news, DJ Rollum.
We don't?
We do not have fake news, but what's been in the news lately is all about the DNC.
Yes, I can definitely talk about that.
The presidential election.
I could definitely talk about that very briefly, not too long. But I'm telling you this. It was very interesting to have a unique DNC virtually. And there's only way it could be done like that in this pandemic, because the pandemic is not going anywhere anytime soon, because they're trying to have a vaccine for the COVID-19. And once it's really out there for the medical people to administer this vaccine, you have to stay masked up. And in order to have some type of normality going on in the next few months with the upcoming and current sports organizations such as soccer and the NFL and even college football coming out, is going to be very limited on what you can do. But back to the DNC, you have to know and understand what's going on, as in understanding current situations. The past 3.5 years, do you see it being really great, getting better, okay to deal with? kind of hit you upside the head or whatever the case may be. So it's presenting a real case of who is the best runner to get us out of the situation that we're in, because we're in a terrible situation, and we're also being looked at as the comedy of the entire world, and that's sad. After all these years, I'm talking about beyond our own ages, beyond the people in the studio, that we're being never in our lives was never looked on as clowns, fools, idiots, don't know anything. And we should never ever be looked upon that, because to me personally, if the pandemic wasn't going on and we were still considered as looking as that, we're probably being a super war right now, because we're left vulnerable because of the stupidity going on. So being that said, we need to move forward. Stop thinking about, well, I don't like. No, just vote, and vote correctly. I'm not telling you who to vote, but vote correctly.
Tell them who to vote for, DJ Roland.
Man, look, man, just look at Kamala Harris. Just look at Kamala Harris. Wow. Hey, definitely for the ladies, man. Kamala Harris.
Camila. We were talking about this offline. Camila.
Yeah.
Where we going with? Camila.
I'm going Kamala.
Kamala. Y'all gonna start calling her K Harris. That's a little bit more hip. K Harris. What up, K Harris?
Or Diamond Love might call her AKA sister. AKA sister.
Yeah.
HBCU, you know.
Yeah. But this is gonna be a very unique presidential run this year.
It's always unique. It's just this type of situation is going to outstand depending on any future ones, you know. And the key thing is to get out of the current situation and whatnot.
Yeah.
And just because somebody wants to give us some money and whatnot, called a stimulus check, does not mean that's a vote. No. That is not a vote. So make sure that is understood.
Yeah.
We need the money, but no, we ain't voting for your ass. Plain and simple.
Hey, all I can say is I got my stimulus check and I'm happy. That's all I can say about
that. Right. Now I'm just waiting on the second one. That's all I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the second one. And I know it's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, man. This is going to be very, very interesting. Not only for Joe Biden and Kamala, but also for Kanye.
Really?
Yeah.
You really had to bring him in? Did you
of course,
really had to bring him in?
We got to still bring him in because he's still relevant to the situation.
He's relevant, but
he still thinks that he is going to be the next president of the United States.
No, the next black president. That's what he said, according to your favorite rapper. Yeah, I'm like, really? Is he the best choice? Yes, I'm just okay. Like.
See, now y'all would have been praising Kanye West 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, if he came out 10, 12 years ago and said, I'm running for president of the United States. We would have praised him.
Right after his album dropped out of
right after College Dropout. And late registration.
Yeah.
In between College Dropout and late registration.
Okay. If he had done that. But I have to say this.
But since he become buddies with
how does someone say, I think
Trump.
Mr. D.L. Hughley said this. I'm not going to vote for somebody I've seen naked. Their wives. I'm not going to vote for somebody's wife that I've seen naked. So, I mean, I think that's probably the best statement right there.
Yeah.
Because that's an embarrassment to run a country. If you did it in the past and don't do it now, fine and dandy. But if to run a country, that's like saying, what's this, Hugh Hefner, if he was still alive, running for the presidency. And he owned Playboy.
Yeah.
I mean, really? And how many wives did he have? So I'm just saying, have some respect. If you're going to run for a very important office, you have to look at people are going to look at your background, what you have done in the past, because they're going to try to bring it in the front. Just like a Kevin Hart situation when you're supposed to host, the Oscars, and something he said many years ago and whatnot. But everybody been laughing, but some of them researched it and saw what he said some years ago, trying to bring it to the present. And that's just the Oscars, hosting the Oscar show, a show. Do you want somebody to run the country knowing that, I'll say, 3 million men saw your wife naked? Is that worthy? That's my thought process. So
Yeah.
that's DJ Roland Public Service announcement. There you go.
There you have it.
Yeah.
There you have it, man. So yeah, we're coming down to the wire on this presidential election.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It's
we'll
gonna be
see.
tight, but make sure y'all vote. That's the key thing. That's all I say. Regardless of who, I'm pushing it because us color folks have died trying to get us right now, folks, to vote. So just do it. Don't say, well, I don't like whatever. Don't act like what happened back in 2016. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I mean, even Snoop said he's gonna vote. Snoop Dogg said he's gonna vote. According to him, he said for the first time.
Yeah. And he didn't say that while he was high.
No.
No. Okay. Gotcha.
No. And he didn't sing it. He didn't say it with what's that show he's with? That woman.
That woman, Martha
Yeah,
Stewart.
Martha Stewart. He ain't say it with
That
Martha
woman.
Stewart. I couldn't think of the name, but he ain't say it doing then. So hey, I look at that.
Yeah.
I look at that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Before we get up out of here, DJ Roll'em, because we got the DJ Roll'em mix coming up.
Cool.
Your son's birthday. We recently just celebrated your son's birthday.
Yes,
Yeah. You want to tell people how old he is now?
he is 17. 17.
17 years.
Almost my
Young.
height.
Yeah.
He or at my height. We ain't got it, because we couldn't visit the doctor to get his actual height because of the pandemic. But because it's not a necessity, but we presume. But I'm very happy for my young Sean, my son, young Sean, Sean Townsend. So I really am proud of him. And to people who have children who are entering high school, and check out your high schools to say if there's any dual enrollment, because my son is in dual enrolled, so that means he is attending college and going to high school at the same time. So it's a possibility he can have 2 degrees, 2 type of diplomas in 2 years, a high school diploma and a associates of arts degree. So that is very, very feeling to me, because we didn't, well, at least I don't remember having that type of opportunity in high school, but knowing me, knowing how I was in high school, I wouldn't even go for it anyway, like whatever.
Yeah.
But he's doing it because he know he wants to do his thing, and just proud of him. I'm a very, very proud father at the moment.
Yeah. And by the way, young Sean, he is the active producer for the Jeff is Moody Show, which is a show that we air on our platform, Beat Break Radio, Beat Break 87 FM, Reach One Network. And Mr. Moody, he says a lot of incredible and positive things
Shouts out to Mr. Moody.
about young Sean.
Yes.
On the air and off the air. He recently did an interview with him on the Jeff is Moody Show. Yeah. First young person on our platform to produce a podcast like Mr. Moody. And I listen as the person who's over Reach One Network. I listen to it and it's like, dang. And he's only 15, 16. Well, he was
Right.
15 at the time. He was 15 at the time. And now he's 17. And I was like, man, they grow up so fast.
And he is a great artist. If you need something to create for your business cards or flyers, reach out to him. Reach to me, because I ain't memorize his information, but you can reach to me at DJ Rollum or DJ Rollum Townsend and whatnot, and I will give the info. Even though I'm still his guardian, I guide him on his decisions. I guide, so he can make his final decisions on his own, and then he'll be on his complete own.
When he turns 18.
Not just 18. I mean, I'm still going to do it to when he was in his 20s. It's just to guide him. Just to guide him. Am I taking any of his money? No. Like I did something that a lot of parents don't, they do it, especially for their daughters. I really don't see it doing it for their sons. I put his Cash App on a post, and people gave him money and whatnot. I don't get not one dime of it. That's his.
Yeah.
So do that. Check out his work. I can show you his work. I put his work out. Oh, guess who's calling?
Uh-oh.
Guess who's
let's
calling?
Let's answer it. Let's put her on phone.
This is the Beat Break Morning Show podcast. Hello?
Beat Break Radio Podcast. What's going on? Beat Break.
Yeah.
What's going on is we're about the end of our podcast.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
I'm sorry. Hey, y'all. Hey, family.
Hey.
What's going on? What's going on, Diamond Love?
Nothing much. Y'all doing good? Don't shake your head at me.
I am.
Who's there?
Well, it's just the fellas. Dynasty Smith had to go. She had to go take care of some business. It's just me, DJ Rollum, and G behind the table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, good deal. Well, let me not spoil your men's party.
Ooh, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. What does that mean?
Wait.
Especially in the context that you used it in.
It's a man thing.
We're not talking about women right now. We're talking about politics.
Yeah.
Or at least we were.
Yeah. We're talking about your sister, Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Y'all better go and vote.
Yeah. You heard it from Diamond Love.
I better vote.
Mm-hmm.
Who you want people to vote?
Don't worry about the fact that she's a woman and black and all that bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to make change, vote. Use your rights.
Use your rights.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I wonder if y'all gonna throw an AKA party if she wins. That's what I want to know.
I just want to know. It's so funny because it's like Mayor Keisha Lance Bottom. She's a Delta.
Is there wrong with the Delta?
No, I'm saying I haven't heard much camaraderie about her being a Delta, cause, unless she does something or whatever, they'll give her a big old whoops. But with Kamala, boy, they looking at the AKAs like, yeah, the AKAs. Y'all AKAs. The AKAs.
But she's the highest AKA right now, going for the second highest office in the land. So that's a little of a different type of blend. So
yeah, I was told to look at it that way.
Right.
But I just look at the person. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Dude,
when I ran for office, y'all didn't say nothing to me.
Dude, I got a question for Diamond. Do you think somebody else would have been a much more better pick for Joe Biden as vice president other than Kamala Harris?
Someone else, like a woman or a man?
A woman.
Oh.
Because the talk was that he was going to pick a female vice president.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a few, like Stacey Abrams, and who was the other lady?
Rice.
Susan Rice.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. And what I have to say has nothing to do, nor is it the opinion of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated,
or the Be Bright Morning Show on Reach One Network and Reach One Communications.
This is just an opinion. This is not something that researchers study. This is just an opinion.
And Thinking Out Loud Network, by the way. I'm sorry.
Right.
So what, y'all know the network? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just want to make sure. Okay, so 1, Stacey Abrams, too radical. 2, Keisha Lance, not cool-headed enough. She is a great candidate, and would have been even better to have been chosen. Not more over than Kamala, but more so from the standpoint because she's like on the streets beating. You know, she's beating the streets. But most Deltas do. And I give you a bit of a history real quick. Deltas are always, and this is one of the reasons during the split, they've always been the one that would beat the streets, per se. And we would be the one in the White House doing the work from behind.
Ooh.
You know, doing the paperwork, making sure everything from a bigger standpoint. And Deltas would be on the street, you know, Black Lives Matter, Fight the Power,
really?
et cetera, you know, so I think this is a good combination. It actually goes well because she's doing what she needs to do for Atlanta, which is Georgia's a big state. It's an important state in the election. And Kamala, you know, she's in the White House doing what, you know, she needs to do. So I think it'll be good. So to answer your question, Sean, I don't think there's any other a better candidate outside of Kamala right now, as far as if you want to pick, you know, a female that's of African American descent. So
Okay.
yeah.
All
right. Sorry, Keisha. Sorry, Stacey.
I mean, Keisha was salty about it a little bit too. She was like, "Yeah, it was just kind of interesting that I wasn't picked, but you know, I was on the list, the short list."
It's kind of like a beauty pageant. Kind of somewhere like a beauty pageant.
So what now?
I said kind of somewhere like a beauty pageant. You know, there've been times where some sisters would be like, "Oh, I should have been Miss America."
Right.
Who she thinks she is, Kamala, Camila, whatever her name is. That's what I'm just thinking for Keisha. But you know what the interesting thing? They both have the same letter K.
The thing about it is that that's how it always is when it comes to first our race. You know, as soon as she got elected, you know, instead of us saying, "Hey, you know, I'm happy that someone Black is in office, and I'm happy that a woman is in office," we don't take, you know, kind to that. What we do is, she thinks she's this, she thinks she's that, and, you know, we tear down each other, you know. So I've been seeing a lot of that perpetuating circumstances during this whole time that she was elected and accepted the nominee. So accepted the option to be VP. So just interesting to see how we do each other as Blacks. I think nothing has changed since the time of slavery. You know, we've always been haters amongst ourselves. We're our worst enemy, if you ask me. And then, of course, you know, America, we want to see some change. We allowed change. And the change happened was we said, okay, we're going to be okay for Donald Trump because we were so concerned about a woman being president and some emails. Okay, well, here we are. We got somebody in office running trade wars with Russia and all this other stuff that's going on. And we have a beastly virus that's going on that's taken out thousands and thousands of people because we have a narcissistic person in office that gaslights everybody in the United States, especially if you don't believe in him or buy into his propaganda. So, sorry if anybody voted for Trump. And what I mean by vote, either you went to the poll and check mark his name, or you chose not to vote and he got elected anyway. So, and by not voting, you're still electing for people to, for whoever to be in office. And people don't understand that. And after Biden and Kamala Harris wins this election, we can go ahead and claim it now. You have to still get out there and vote again for the House and the Senate. So can't just think that the power lies in the presidency hand, because it doesn't.
Right.
All right. Okay. Well, she said it better than I could have said it.
Actually,
Diamond.
she went on top of what I said, because I was trying to be a little cleaner. She went deeper.
Yeah, deeper. Deeper. All up in there. All up in there.
Yeah.
All right, Diamond Love, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your political perspective and bringing insight to our listeners right here on the Beat Break Morning Show as we get ready to head to the polls and come up on November,
Right.
the most important month of this year. Election season. Yep.
It's bigger than Christmas. It's bigger than Christmas.
Yeah, bigger than Christmas. Yep. All right, Diamond Love, we appreciate it.
All right. Have a good one.
Check back.
Appreciate you having me on the show. Have a good one.
All right,
right.
check back in later.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.
Diamond Love. All right.
Yeah.
Right here on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast, getting ready to get up out of here.
Yep.
DJ Rollum got a very special mix in honor of Malik B. R.I.P. to Malik B., former member, or founding member, I should say, of The Roots. And also to Jam Master Jay. They finally caught the people responsible for the murder of Jam Master Jay back in, it was in, what, 2002?
2002, 2003.
Yeah.
But I have to say this, and this is the last one.
In closing.
In closing. His words by him saying, do not get into this type of industry if you want to be rich. Mm-hmm. He said that. He said you need to get into this industry if you love it. And I truly love DJing. I've been DJing since 1992 when I first touched the turntables on a regular basis.
Nice.
And, did the vinyl. Even did a small party, I think in 93 or 94. I forgot what year that was. My very first party. Too bad we didn't have cell phones on a regular back then. But, and I took his words very deeply. And I've been living by it since. And that's how DJ Rollum Productions was born in 2009. And the rest is history.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But there you have it. The caffeine and energy drink mix coming up next, right here on the Beat Break Morning Show, Beat Break Podcast. Thank you to our producer, G, coming to you from WadeWorksStudios. For more information on how you can get your show produced and start your own podcast, go to WadeWorksStudios.com. And shouts to Diamond Love with silly text messages. We're always on 24/7.
Yes.
Beat Break Radio. Follow me, IG, Twitter, Instagram at Beat Break Radio. Sean Garvey on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Sean Garvey ATL. And what about you, sir?
Always follow at DJ Rollum. At DJ Rollum. ROLLEM, not IN or whatever how you spell it. DJ ROLLEM. At Twitter and Instagram, and DJ Rollum Townsend on Facebook.
All right. So I'm getting ready to get up out of here and get ready for Wandle and Stokes show on WAOK. But in the meantime, between time, keep it locked right here on this platform, getting ready for the G-Wave radio show with Deacon Dirty.
Yo!
BeatBreakRadioFM.com and ThinkingOutLoudNetwork.com. Don't forget to spread the love and make your donation to BeatBreakRadioFM.com. More information is on the site if you want to donate to the cause.
Yes.
All right, stay tuned for the DJ Rollum Mix.
Yo.
Up next, the Beat Break Morning Show, Beat Break Podcast.
Out.
It's the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey and the crew.